welcome, my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need? Read for this new moon to full moon in April 2022. I'm your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. Link in the description box. That's my legacy notebook unless I write some more. And of course I am a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mel. Hey sweethearts, my Aries, my Rams, my first housers, hope you are all well. If you are new to the channel, a 5-card draw is just one card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, in this case a waxing moon timeline from new to full. Plant a seed at the new, watch it grow to fruition at full moon in the month of April 2022. Let's look at that real quick. The new moon on Friday, April 1st, April Fool's Day, 2:24 a.m. Eastern. I'm in New York. Please do the math for yourself. Which is an interesting thing. By the way, a new moon in Aries on Friday is about self-love, 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 right? Plant a seed for that in whatever area of your life you're dealing with. Should go well, one would think. But of course, we're looking at the 2 weeks that follow that to the full moon in Libra, its opposite sign, on Saturday, April 16th, 2:54 p.m. So to get some clues, tips, and hints about what to cast for, what to intend for, what seeds to plant, so to speak, these 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. A spell kit read, if you like. I could have called them that, but that's, you know, to each their own, whatever your manifestational practices are. And certainly keep in mind it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because your moon sign is going to want a different seed planted than your sun, your rising, or your Venus. Just saying. Plus with the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra cards as our card of spirit, last card down, you can put together your mantras from each read and get a real paragraph of power in terms of your own healing and manifestation. Cool, cool. Other than that, both feet on the floor. If you can, stay grounded. Focus on your breath, if you will. And I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace to help us all manifest heaven on earth, peace on earth, harmony and love with what's going on in the Ukraine. Since, I don't know about you, I don't have the financial or political power to do anything about it. So all I can do is walk my path, do my own healing, help each other heal, and bring some more peace, love, and understanding. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding to the world when it needs it the most? Cool? All right, let's do this. We're going to start with the element of fire. The Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Please take a nice deep breath. And we're off to the races. Here we go. Still point. As I call to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the element of fire? What they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire. From the Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish, please, ancestors, leave a little spell fragment here, a little clue, a little tip, a little hint to help them refine their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire. Oh, joy! A little Ren and Stimpy vibe for you there. Oh, joy! As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Fuck. That's pretty good. You're going to wax joy. Rock and roll. Now, I do understand with what's going on in the Ukraine, the idea of feeling joyful might have some contradiction in it, right? How dare I be joyful when there are people suffering? I'm an empath, I know. But as we heal, as one of us heals, all of us heals. So joy is such a high vibration, it's hard to maintain. right? I was raised with, well, wait for the other shoe to drop, right? So we have trouble even enduring joy in this world, right? Because we're always waiting. Right? Remember that 5 minutes in between the pandemic and World War III? Wasn't that lovely? I enjoyed that 5 minutes. And then, next chapter, we're going through inflection points on the planet so quickly that any joy you can get along the way, right? And not just a dishwashing liquid. Element of Earth. Oh, the magical spell cards. Did I forget the bookie book? Oh, no, there it is. Good. Okay. For our Element of Earth, we use them to go from the magical spell cards to the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, the Element of Earth, the fuel that feeds the fire. It is a crystal oracle, so if the stone indicated is one you have, great. It's good for a touchstone, a magical carrier. But if it's one that you don't have and you want to get it, go for it. You do you. But really, clear quartz does everything. So take the vibe of it and infuse it with this joy, whatever this may be. Please take a nice deep breath. So we get to talk to my archangelic lineage now. Still point. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North, powers of Earth, hence the Crystal Oracle. Please, what is the crystal stone, gem mineral oracle here? My beloved Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lyons, the Lioness of God, for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, their Element of Earth, the fuel that feeds the fire, so that they can manifest their heart's desire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, with that joy, this full to new. Ooh, amber, right up your alley. Definitely a fire element stone. And I know this one has to do with clarity and calm and transparency. Now, before I read from the bookie book, there are only 2 bookie book reads in this one, the Crystal Oracle and the Healing Mantra. Joy is our natural state of being, according to, I don't know, the ancient Sanskrit and mystical truth, that the core of who we are is eternal, meaning it doesn't really change with time, joy, but it's covered with layers of conditioning and fear. Lead instead of gold. Lead keeps the joy from moving. Gold is a conductor, allows the joy to shine out, which is certainly here in the spell. Let joy and light radiate from me. So amber can run you a little bit financially, but certainly, I mean, I have like 1 or 2 pieces of amber. It's not really one of my big stones, not like selenite. But certainly, if you can get a hold of it, great. If not, clear quartz goes a long way, particularly with the keywords of transparency, calm, purification, and creativity. And creativity is a great way to express that joy, or at least to get it moving, even if that creativity is cooking or housekeeping. I don't know how people do that, but to each their own, right? This is my joy to serve and do this while I am a Virgo, right? Fulfilling my life purpose, purification, creativity. An issue that is causing tension and friction in your life will soon erupt and come to a head. Believe it or not, that is a waxing moon thing, right? You want it to build to where you then can pop the zit, right? That it comes to a head. You are being urged to stay calm during this emotionally charged event. Express how you feel, but don't be drawn into saying things you don't mean, except you're an Aries, and good luck with that. This event is, in fact, a blessing, one that is perhaps well overdue. Through it, you will realize where you stand and how others truly feel. And sometimes it does take an eruption because of passive-aggressive behavior and codependent patterning and all that stuff. Well, I didn't want to hurt your feelings, so I didn't tell you the truth. Great, so that when it all fucking blows up, right? Thanks, no thanks. As the air clears, you will uncover a hidden agenda and find creative ways of handling this type of situation in the future, and that is waxing moon too. Oh, it burned, but I learned. Oh, that was good. That's how you know my guides are in full control. When I start rhyming unintentionally. Stay calm and don't allow yourself to be dragged further into chaos by others. You will emerge from this situation feeling purified of all negative emotions and thoughts that have weighed you down recently. Trust and remember this event is a blessing. And I will say amber and jet are the two stones traditionally found in necklaces of high priestesses, right? So that idea of fire and earth, amber and jet, to stay calm, to stay transparent, yeah, there are things standing in the way of your joy, hence building the fire within you to transmute that. And remember, whatever it is that comes out, it's a blessing, because now you know the truth of how people really feel. It's better than being lied to. How do you make clear, wise, loving, empowering decisions unless people are truthful with you? Even if it hurts, yeah? Element of air. Air feeds fire. The thought, right? You have to think about your desires. Feed the fire some air there. Working with the Healing with the Angels Oracle to give you some info on that, but also the healing angels. Angels don't come in unless you invite them. Sort of like vampires, except they're there to bring the light, not recoil from it. So who to call upon, who to think about, who to pray to, meditate on, you do you. Element of air. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the angels and archangels of fire, the power of the sign of Aries, powers of the south, the Michaelites, the legions of Archangel Michael, please. One card in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their element of air in this lovely little spell kit? The angels waiting in the wings with their wings ready to fly so that they can manifest this joy in their element of fire with this clarity, calm, transparency, and truth there for them in the element of earth. Who is it they most need to work with, call upon this new to full? The angel of harmony, the healing angels of harmony. Now, the great thing about harmony is if you ever studied music, I did. I couldn't get past Willie the Whale, let alone play heart and soul. I can do the one finger part of heart and soul, but that's about it. Not musically inclined. I'm a singer, baby. I can sing the fuck out of anything. But harmony, mathematically, please don't make me do math, they're not never two notes right next to each other. Those are discordant, right? You give them some space, some thirds or sixths, and then you get harmony. So harmony is also Tiferet in the tree of life, the sphere of the Kabbalistic tree of life for the heart. Harmony and balance are essentially the same thing, yet we see them side by side a lot, not always exactly the same thing. This is totally going to be about you dealing with this in a more harmonious way, perhaps by space, right? By pulling back, by waxing the space between you and other people, staying calm, staying cool, right? Being transparent, being clear, and seeing the blessing. Element of air, totally. Now, when someone melts down in front of you, if you can four agreements yourself, Don Miguel Ruiz, white courtesy telephone, be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Make no assumptions and do your best. I think this is going to really give you some growth here, some high voltage harmony power here in the mind, and maybe even a balancing of the brain where you kind of get, well, it couldn't happen any other way. I wasn't ready for the truth. They weren't ready to speak it. Now I know. Let's move forward. Yeah, lovely. Well, depends on how lovely in a general read. This is why I like people to comment. It's like, just give me the name of the situation. Work, right? Brother, sister, lover, money. You know, what does this apply to for you? But we still have two more cards to hit the table. So for our element of water, we use the Whispers of Love Oracle, the higher selves of all involved, and obviously there are other people involved in this, so their higher selves have a say in what this card is as well. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, please leave the card in my hands. What is the Whisper of Love for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, for their element of water, the emotion, the energy in motion here, to help them manifest their heart's desire of joy with that transparency, calm, clarity, creativity, right? Creativity and learning how to deal with this differently in the future, with that element of air, that mental harmony, the healing angels of harmony, helping to balance all of this out, most likely through space, clarity, distance, some time, for this all to come into balance mentally. So what is their element of water, higher selves, this new to full? Oh, by the way, your new moon to full, speak the language of love. Easier said than done. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Now, that might be as that harmony waxes, right? Where it happens, it blows up, you deal with what you have to deal with, no need to be inauthentic, but you don't need to rip somebody's head off either, right? You can speak the language of love, but I recommend starting with yourself, right? Saying, well, of course you're angry. Well, of course you feel betrayed. They lied, or they omitted the truth. They just didn't tell you the truth of the whole truth, and hardly any of it. Anything but the truth. So that you really can wax this power of harmony within yourself. There is joy here at stake. So that natural state of our being to get, well, it couldn't have happened any other way, right? Everybody makes these mistakes. Lord knows I've lied and omitted. Everybody has, right? Little kid, did you take the cookie from the cookie jar? And crumbs all over your face. No, well done it. But of course, as you get older, the consequences of such things get a bit more drastic. So speaking the language of love, eventually you may be able to turn around to these people and say, you know what? I get it. Everyone makes mistakes. Oh, yes, we do. Your sister and your mother and your dad and brother, too. Big people, small people, matter of fact, all people. Everyone makes mistakes, so why can't you? Little big bird for you there. A big drag bird. Hey, bird. I was always more down for the Snuffleupagus, personally. So that's going to really open your heart there and bring you into some harmony and balance that speak the language of love. So let's get you the healing mantra, the card of spirit, to energize the whole thing. So let's hypothetically say you get a piece of amber, you cast for joy, calling in the healing angels of harmony, with the intention and the emotion of speaking the language of love, right? You're going to plant that seed. This is the mantra to charge it with, the energy, the spirit, the E that equals MC squared, and something that you could do a little bit every day or a lot of it every day. Please take a nice deep breath. That's why I write these down. I keep these for myself, my own Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. One more nice deep breath and we're done. Probably more than one, actually. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters General Assembly, this could be about anything. Obviously, relationships are involved here, but with that speaking the language of love, which is an Ascended Master thing, please, what is the perfect healing mantra for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading to help them heal? It's the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, so that they can manifest that joy in their element of fire, using that energy of amber and their element of earth, clarity, calm, transparency, creativity. There is a hidden blessing in this, and that they call upon the healing angels of harmony so that they can actually experience that harmony and that balance, speaking the language of love to themselves and others. When they're ready to do it for others, they have to take care of them first on this. Give us the perfect healing mantra to guide them through this from their new moon in Aries to full in Libra, April 2022. Celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. I think this clarity, this Amber is talking about, is going to make you see that I don't have to take this so personally. just a feeling that Don Miguel Ruiz has been hovering around my head. He's still alive. He's still alive. But like the 4 agreements have been circling around lately, particularly what's going on planet Earth. They're trickier. So even if you read it decades ago, like I did, do a little refresher. Because to speak the language of love comes from an impersonal place, but that doesn't mean cold. It means higher vibrational, right? Seeing that we are all one. So to make this simple for yourself, right? To celebrate this simplicity. And you know, simple need not always imply easy. That's Course in Miracles 101. Celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. When there are fewer details to manage, you are able to receive more joy. There we go. Connective tissue. The more commitments that pile up in your life, the less likely you are to find the time to take everything in. Yeah. Once all moving parts have been arranged in a proper working balance, simplicity can be celebrated, and you can glean the most benefit from your reality. I'm going to say before I read this last part, this feels very much like in Aries, you take care of you, right? Keep it simple. Keep it safe, right? Do your healing work. Bring yourself into harmony. Speak that language of love. Allow that joy to flow through you. Because our emotional states can really alter how we experience life. I mean, when you're in love, when you fall in love, you stub your toe, you're like, you barely notice it. You break up with somebody or you're broken up with and you stub your toe, it's the end of the fucking world, right? So that's a big scale there. To bring yourself to a place of joy before maybe re-engaging here might make this much simpler for you. This mantra is ideal for creating stronger boundaries, healing your inner people pleaser, which is still a form of manipulation, by the way, and finding moments of serenity, like serenity now. Dig it, dig it, dig it. At the end of every reading, I put it together with a summation in a blessing all at once. So bear with me while we do that. Then we'll chat a little bit at the end, because we do the blessings for realsies. The torch of Archangel Ariel at hand. Last time. Please take a nice deep breath. I knew there was one more. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, please bless the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs with all that they need this, their new moon in April, to the full moon in Libra, April 2022, that they may celebrate simplicity because they're more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain, while they speak the language of love to themselves, then to others. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including their own, calling in and working with the healing angels of harmony mentally to see this from a more harmonious place, a more holistic place, a more holographic place. There's some more alliteration for you there. And working with the energy of amber, whether they have access to the stone or not, to stay calm, the transparency, the clarity, the creativity, to learn from this experience and to find creative ways of dealing with it within themselves and within their life, so they don't have to keep repeating the same thing, making celebrating simplicity a lot easier, so that they can manifest the joy in their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire. As they do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from thee for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. 5-card draw. There you go. And I really want you to feel that joy, that natural state of being rising up. You can't keep it going 24/7, 365. I mean, except maybe the Dalai Lama. We always give him lots of wiggle room on what he's capable of, being the reincarnated Buddha over and over and over again. But if you did like the video, please hit the thumbs up. Help the other Rams find it. It's just how algorithms work, apparently. If you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I'm putting these out as soon as they are done editing and uploading. out they go. You can come at 3 a.m., right? So this way you'll get a notification. And if you really want to go deeper and come Patreon on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle, because I'm the Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal, my honor, my privilege, my pleasure serving you, my beloved first Housers, wishing you the very best and the very blessed. Go celebrate some simplicity for joy. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.